All right. Welcome back to Orphans. This is episode 5, and at the end of episode 4, it got wild. We don't know if Sandy's still alive or not. We thought she was dead, but then she called us, and then based off of what we heard on her phone call, if she wasn't dead before, she probably definitely is now. And if we remember correctly, I believe she was with Mika at the time, and Annie wasn't there, so Mika's probably the one that's possessed. And then we kind of also told Mika where Annie was. Probably wasn't good on our part. Now, we know that reality games love to throw twists and turns in their stories, so it's very possible that Mika is not the demon, not the demon, but the possessed. Mika's not possessed, and Sandy might still be alive. We don't know. But it's not looking good based off of the end of episode 4. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into episode 5. And if you guys are enjoying my coverage of Orphans, if you're enjoying my voice acting in Orphans, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and join the Tethered. The demon, while possessing Mika, so she is the one possessed, killed Sandy. At least we think she did. But I mean, the general statement here is saying that Mika is 100% the demon and killed Sandy. We're running out of time and options to stop the beast. There's little hope. How could we have been so wrong about Jason? He threatened Samuel with a gun in order to get to Ina. They've somehow managed to make me look like a traitor too. So this is where, okay, so maybe these are just our personal notes as to what our main character is currently thinking. Because I still think that Jason might be good. I still think he might be on our side. It just doesn't make sense for him to all of a sudden turn heel. It does make sense for him to act like it so that way he could get to Ina and then save Ina. That's what it makes sense. That's how it makes sense to me. So, it's hard to say. But, there is only one way to find out. And that's by starting episode 5.
In the stage of possession, the demon is vulnerable. Killing the human host, or an exorcism, would weaken the demon, at least temporarily.
Our pain will also be their pain. They will suffer just like we suffer. You adults allowed this to happen to us. And now you will pay for
it. Through deception and lies, the demon tries to further confuse its adversaries. It is often reported that a possessed person suddenly acts perfectly normal again in an attempt to escape possible exorcism. In short, the demon feeds on people's doubts and fears. It uses the weakness of its opponents against them. And once it has gained the necessary strength, it is almost impossible to stop it.
Jason. Please tell me you're good. Please tell me that you're on our side still. How could you do this to us? We trusted you. Samuel is desperate. Please get in touch as soon as you read this. I hope you know what you're doing, and we weren't wrong about. Look, I hope he knows what he's doing. I hope we're not wrong about him. I think he's acting like a villain to get to Ina, to save Ina. It's the only way to get to Ina. It's the only way for him to get to Ina, to make his fellow villains think that he's still a villain, right? It's gotta be. It's gotta be. He's still good. He's trying to save Ina. I know he is. I hope he is. Wolf. I'm so sorry about your friend Tongue-Tied. Everything is spiraling out of control if we can't stop these fanatics. Excuse my French. We're fucked. Yeah, for sure. Not just us, but the entire world, really. To be honest, like the entire world is definitely effed up if we can't stop these fanatics, for sure. You know about everything. I know. That's why Amber needs to find her dad. That sums it up. Yeah, I mean, it does kind of sum it up. Man. That's why Amber needs to find her dad. Her dad, the Fonts, will help us figure out how to stop Belial. For sure, right? And we gotta make sure that Amber doesn't get captured by the people that are chasing after her. I know. I actually thought TikTok and Instagram would ruin our generation. Well, still to be seen. Now we're dealing with a cult that wants to summon a demon lord from hell. I've experienced many crazy things, but there's no way I was expecting this. Things aren't looking good. That Jason, has he been messing with you all this time? I don't think so. I really hope not. I can't imagine that, to be honest. I don't know what to think right now. Yes, that asshole has been betraying. Look, I can't imagine that. I just can't. I can't imagine that he's betraying us. What good does it come from him being friendly to us? Samuel and Ina were both locked up in a cell. What benefit does Jason have trying to be friendly to us to be like, oh, I'll help them escape? Like, they were already trapped. They were already imprisoned. There was no reason to be friendly with us. They already had their hosts. So for him to pretend like he was going to set him free and then be like, tricked you, like, that doesn't make sense to me. I just can't imagine it. If someone points a gun in my face, I'd clearly classify them as hostile. Let me sort this for a minute. Interrupt me if I'm wrong. 2 of your friends are held captive in that village. We have to assume that we no longer have any allies there. 2 more, Leon and Tammy, right? They've lost their minds and are wandering like zombies through the forest. Yeah, that pretty much sums it up. Leon and Tammy are, I mean, they've been possessed the longest. Tammy the longest, Leon, closely behind. And who knows if they're ever going to come back. I mean, they've been possessed for so long, like, even if they do come back, like, what kind of, like, do you come back full? Do you come back as 100% yourself after that? Like, it's crazy. They're possessed. It's the ghosts of these orphans. It could be the ghosts of the orphans, but if it's the ghosts of the, like some of the ghosts of the orphans are trying to help us. Why couldn't the helpful ghosts possess them? Had to be the bad ghosts. That's right. They're somewhere out there. That's not everything. It's not everything, because Mika is also not doing well as well. Mika's not doing well. I know. Annie and Annie. Annie's in some tight predicament as well. She's the only one who seems to be in their right mind at the moment. But she's convinced that you are also a traitor. Then there's her sister who has just outed herself as a creature from hell after killing Sandy. Henry is the only one who knows how to stop this beast before all hell breaks loose. So it's up to an elderly lady and a young woman to find a bunch of murderers and thugs. Does that sum up the situation? Hey, if you guys, if this is your first video that you're tuning in on for Orphans, and you're tuning in on episode 5, you now know what. You now know everything that's built up to episode 5. Episode 1 through 4, hey, Wolf just explained it out to you. Pretty much spot on. Just about, except for the fact that our time window is pretty darn small. You forgot that 3 people have already been killed. Yes, in short, shit hit the fan, excuse my French. Yeah, I mean, 3 people have also already been killed as well. Although I do want to throw some French out there and say shit hit the fan. But we'll make sure that Wolf knows that 3 people have died already too. 3 people have been killed. If we don't stop this madness soon, many more are likely to follow. I don't want to be a pessimist tongue-tied, but if you ask me, It's looking pretty grim, especially because this Brotherhood is so powerful. They're an opponent with a lot of influence, an opponent that will soon have the armies of hell on their side. I have to get back to work. If Amber can get Henry out of there, we may still have a chance to stop them. Damn it. I could slap myself for forgetting that Carla can also be tracked. I remember literally at the last second. Carla's signal disappeared the moment they tried to track it again. Luckily, I was able to warn them in time, so the Brotherhood can no longer locate them. But without their phones, they're completely on their own. This is very true. Without their phones, they are completely on. I was able to warn them, but without their phones, they're pretty much completely on their own. Unless they found a burner. Hard to believe, though. I'm already working on a solution. I will try to confuse them with lots of false signals. That allows them to use their phones, at least briefly, without giving away their position directly. After that, I will continue to scan their servers and databases to check for any cracks in their defenses. Alright, please keep me in a loop. Please hurry. Every second counts. Good luck, Wolf. And you know what? Luck doesn't need Wolf. Luck doesn't need Wolf. Wolf doesn't need luck. He's got skill. Annie's online. Thanks. We'll need it. I'll be in touch. Now, Annie, I swear I'm not the traitor, Annie. You gotta believe me, Annie. I promise I'm not the traitor. You have to believe me. Listen to me, please. Everything is a lie to drive us apart. I'm not a traitor. How could I be? Just. All right. Got blocked. What the hell is that? Don't like that. That was that! Samuel. I will kill this bastard. Damn, I was so sure he'd be on our side. He still might be. He still might be. Maybe it's all part of the plan. I can't imagine Jason betraying us like that. I still think he is. It might just be all part of the plan. Like, he knew that they were coming back and grabbing Ina. He couldn't fight back against them. He couldn't. He was outnumbered. I think he was outgunned. He couldn't fight back again. So he had to go with the flow for a second. That way he could then maybe get the jump on him. Save Ina in the end. That guy almost killed me. They dragged my girlfriend out of here. Of course, he's been fucking with us, tongue-tied. Pretend you're out of it too. It's the only way to find your girlfriend. It's been planned from the start. I trusted him and felt safe, so they could easily overpower me and lock me up in this freaking cellar. Man. I don't think so. He had to get violent with you, Samuel. He had to prove to the others that he was still part of the cult. He had to prove that they could still trust him. That way he could be close to Ina. Look, as terrible as it may be, we don't have time to feel sorry for ourselves right now. We have a completely different problem. Not that Samuel could help us out in any way. He's still locked up. Samuel, it's so terrible. Mika killed Sandy. Yeah. My thoughts exactly, Samuel. Please tell me that isn't true. I'm afraid it is. I'm afraid the demon has found its host. And it is Mika. And we also told Mika, who is now the demon, where Annie is. So I'm sure they're heading straight to Annie. I can't believe I made that mess up. Oh, I wasn't even thinking. The bastards have almost achieved their goal. Where did they take Ina? She was beginning to come to her senses. I have to get out of here. Have to get to Ina. If they're really going to have the ritual, they're going to kill her. Wait. Oh my god. What the hell's happened? You have to do something, Tongue-Tied. I'm begging you. What is going on, Samuel? Was that Ina? Oh, I hope that wasn't Ina. That didn't sound good. If that was Ina, that didn't sound good. You gotta hurry, Amber. It looks like the ritual is about to begin. Mika's online. She's about to talk to us, and she's about to get all demon on us. Yep, there it is. Jeez, what the hell happened here? Where are Annie and Sandy? There's blood everywhere. What do you mean, Mika? You did this. Mika, is it really you? Damn it, Mika, what have you done? Belial took possession of you, Mika. The fuck are you talking about? Tell me. I just did. What's going on? I just told you. Where are they? I'm not telling you that again. I'm not telling you that again. I'm not telling you where Annie is. But you killed Sandy. 100%. But I'm not telling you where Annie is again. Not a second time. Fool me once. Shame on you. She was here a second ago. Was I unconscious? Last thing I remember, Sandy. I was angry with her. Why was I angry? You know why. Phone's freaking out. That was Belial. The whining of the brat hurts my ears. The stench of her innocence burned in my nose. That's why I wiped that sweet smile off her pretty little face. I can only remember fragments, Tongue-Tied. There was an earthquake. So now you're just talking really weird. Just like with Jarek. Mika, you're no longer yourself. You have to fight it. I don't know if it's going to work, but let's try it. You got to fight it, Mika. I don't know what she's going to do. Mika is already rotting in hell. Just like her friends. Not much longer, and I will tear this human shell to pieces and finally take the place I deserve. Mika is definitely Belial now. Unknown. You should accept the invitation. You should accept the inevitable, Tongue-Tied. You can still decide your fate. Join us and choose a life without sorrow and suffering. Face it at last. It's pointless to stand against us. It's almost done. The one without light will take his place and richly reward his subjects. And he will lead the non-believers to the slaughter and drown their worthless lives in their own blood. We will stop you. You're talking about human lives. Never. You're completely... Never. Never. You're completely insane. No. We are the ones who will end the madness. End the greed. This self-righteous vanity you call life. Look around. Your friends have turned against you. Only as long as you were of use, they were by your side. Your battle was already lost before it began. You were the ones who made Annie stop trusting me. Good point. Didn't take much to make Annie think I was her enemy. Bullshit, you manipulated Annie. Look, you did. They did manipulate Annie. 100%. But it is true. Like, it didn't take much to... It didn't take very much at all for Annie to not trust me anymore. For her to completely turn against me, it didn't take much at all. And I thought me and Annie had a good relationship going. I thought Annie was going to be a future ex-wife. She still might be. She's got the qualities. She's got the material. But, damn, they definitely manipulated Annie. It was surprisingly easy, don't you think? Admit it. Only as long as they need you, you can rely on them. You can't trust them. The gods turned their backs on you ages ago. We will restore order. Become part of the community and rule with us. Or die on your knees like the others. You still have a choice. What you call order sounds like oppression to me. What makes you better than everyone else? What if I really chose you? I mean, do we ask? Do we ask? Like, what if I do? What happens? What happens if I choose you? Then you would have chosen the future, tongue-tied. A life that is worth living. Just look around. The earth stands shortly before the collapse. It chokes on the dirt which you call civilization. A new beginning requires radical steps and also sacrifices. The natural order presupposes? The natural order presupposes that the strong rule over the weak, and the weakest of the weak are weeded out because they are of no use to the community. We will damage them and break them down from within like a cancer. Unfortunately, in today's world, it is not the strong who rule. It's the vain, the self-righteous, the parasites of the good-for-nothings, who gain their powers not by divine providence, but by origin. We will destroy their palaces and dance on their graves to usher in a new age. Oh, we got Amber going in there. The age of enlightenment. Become part of us and help shape this future. Or refuse us and become part of the past. All your desires can come true if you let them. I mean, how can you say no to that? It's starting to, it feels like it's starting to build up to where you have a choice to make in the very end. Are you going to choose the Enlightenment, or are you going to choose to go against them? And you may have a couple different endings in the end. You might have a couple different endings, which is going to be interesting to see how many of you choose the path of Belial or choose the path against him. Be very, very interesting. But I'm glad I asked. I'm glad I asked, like, what would happen. I don't know if I would have gotten that answer if I didn't. Amber asks, are we safe? Can we talk? Wolf says, it's safe for now. The Brotherhood should have quite a few different coordinates of Amber or Carla's location. All right, we're trusting you, Wolf. Yes, Wolf laid false trails. You're safe for the moment. Very good. Carly keeps her cell phone off. She should concentrate on driving. Tongue-tied, tell me what happened. Oh, I've got news for you. But you know what? How about you just read? You can just read about it. I'm not gonna tell you. It's probably better that you just read about it. It's a lot. You let me know. Like, take your time, Amber. You let me. Oh, I gotta click on it. Annie, she's the only one who seems to be in the right mind. Right state of mind. Yeah. So, okay, I thought maybe this was going to change if we clicked on it, but yeah. So that gave Amber the summary. You could have left out the elderly lady. Hey, look, it's okay. Carla understands. I mean, she is elderly. It's fine. And I doubt they're gonna pick out the fact that we called Carla the elderly lady. It's okay. That's a small detail on everything that we sent. So it's Mika, and she killed Sandy. How awful. And it gets worse. They have taken Ina. The sacrifice might be about to take place. That's what I was afraid of. If the demon has found a host, these maniacs will not want to waste time. We have to hurry. Carla says that this marina is close by, but we still don't know if they are really holding my father there. What if he is at the container port after all? Maybe you should really split up, Amber. You only have one car anyway. Stay together and search first. Look, you only got one car. It's not going to make sense to split up unless you were close by. If it was only a mile away, then yeah, maybe split up. But you're probably talking about miles, tens of miles away. You're not walking to the other, you know, the container port. You're not walking to it. You need to stay at the marina. Unless the container port is right next door to the marina, then yeah, maybe split up. But I don't know. I don't know how far it is. I was just thinking of whether it might make sense for Carla to go to the container port. Oh, like drop Amber off and then drive to the container port. Maybe. Can I change my decision? While I'm here looking for my father, this could save us valuable time. On the other hand, what if they ambush us? When we're together, at least we can help each other. That's a dilemma. You're right. If they ambush you, you could help each other, but I'm not sure how much the elderly lady can do. Whatever we do, it could be the wrong decision, with consequences that we cannot overlook. What exactly do you mean? Oh, I get exactly what you mean, Amber. I completely understand. I don't like to imagine at all what awaits us if we fail. I think we can all agree that the consequences would be terrible. 100%. We don't need Amber to let us know let us know the consequences for us to understand what the bad consequences would be. We definitely know. Yes. With everything we have found out so far, we have to assume that hell on Earth awaits us. What that means exactly, even Carla couldn't tell me. She only knows the stories that have been handed down to her since childhood. Reminded me a lot of the 10 biblical plagues from Exodus. Oceans of blood, natural disasters, plagues, drought, animal deaths. Of course, it affects only the faithless. Only the faithful survivors will rule at Belial's side. Kind of like what Unknown was just kind of like telling us about. With everything going on right now, that sounds pretty convincing. In a nutshell, the end of the world as we know it. I still can't believe. Look. Basically, in a nutshell, it's the end of the world as we know it, but I feel fine. I don't know the rest of it because they say a lot of weird words and it's not really any. They're lyrics, but it's just a lot of random words, and I think the best part is you just make up your own words, and then as long as it flows. Wolf was able to get back into the chat of those henchmen. I'll add it to you. Nice. I couldn't have put it better. Whatever happens, these murderers must be stopped. And I have to find my dad. I should turn my phone off again. We've been writing for too long. The Pale Man and Mr. Black. What the hell is going on? Why am I capturing multiple different location data from the IP of the phone you were able to locate? The Pale Man says, it seems like someone is trying to confuse us with disruptive signals. That much is obvious. What the hell do you think we're paying you for? They obviously have an absolute pro on their side. Yeah, Wolf, absolute champion. Unlike us, I'm getting tired of your excuses. Fix it, or you will be sorry. I'll take care of it right away. What are you waiting for? I will not tolerate another failure. All right, Mr. Black. Mr. Red. What are you supposed to do now, boss? We stick to the original plan. I just spoke to the operations manager again. Gruber was obviously wired and recorded some of our conversation. They discovered the recording by his body. That can't be. Maybe this time your incompetence even has something good. The woman and the other helper know that her father is being held on a boat. They will head to the port, prepare for Fonts and her accomplice. We're on it, boss. So, no more mistakes, White. Get us location data of the damn phone. That's right, says Mr. Yellow. Stay out of it, Yellow. Do your fucking job and don't fuck it up like White did. Am I only dealing with idiots and White? Find out where this miserable human that dares to interfere is operating from. Then we'll get rid of this problem once and for all. I'll see what I can do. Just do it. Or I'll get rid of you. So, with that being said, they kind of admitted that Fonz is being held on a boat at the port. But is that the container port or is that the marina? I don't know. He is being held on a boat, at least. The signals seem to have worked. But this colorful little group is getting nervous. White will soon take appropriate countermeasures. I don't want to be in his shoes right now. He just got told off big time. Right. I almost felt sorry for him. Not really. He deserves it. He sure did. Well, he decided to work for that guy. Also true. Yeah, look, he deserves it, I think. I don't know if he deserves it. He might be working for the guy based on bad pretenses. Who knows? He might be being forced to work. Absolutely. Why is he messing with Wolf anyway? You should let Amber and Carla know. You still need to be careful. They're after you too. You have to be careful too. What are you going to do now? Yeah, what are you up to now, Wolf? What do you think? I don't know. That's why I asked, Wolf. I'll keep helping you. Or you mean because they sent that hacker after me? It was only a matter of time before they tried to find me, but they don't know what I am capable of. They better be prepared. Mika's back online. Belial's back online. Oh my god, I found Sandy. Oh, did you, Mika? Her body is lying here against a tree near the cabin. Looks as if she's being hurled against the tree. No way. What have I done? You threw her against a tree, apparently, Mika. That was Mika. Or that was Sam. That was Sandy. Sandy was... Oh, that was not... That wasn't fun to watch. Do you remember now? It wasn't you, Mika. It was the demon that took possession of you. It's horrific, but it's not your fault. Look, it's not you, Mika. It's Belial. We know it's Belial. I see these horrible images tongue-tied. It's like waking up from a nightmare. Sandy. She's afraid. She's begging. That noise is terrifying. The noise itself sounds horrible. Oh my goodness. But I'm beating her over and over again. Something inside me tells me to stop, but I can't. I can't control it. This thing. It made me kill her. Made me a murderer. What am I going to do? It takes control and I can't do anything about it. Maybe just lock yourself up, you know? I don't know. Stay away from Annie. Stay away from your sister. Maybe that. Mika, we will find a way, but you should not leave this cabin. We will defeat this demon. You just have to hold out a little longer. I'm so sorry. I don't know what we should do. Look, definitely do not leave the cabin. I think Belial's about to take over. Mika? Hello? I will let her soul suffer a little longer before I break her. Oh, that sweet pain. The enchanting melody of fear and despair. What do you think she'll do once I make her kill her sister? Woo! Belial. Not good. And it looked like Jason was online. I think I saw Jason was online. Not good, Mika. Not good at all. But that kind of proves that Mika is definitely Belial at this point in time, and Sandy is definitely no longer with us. She has been eliminated. She is now with Jarek. Hopefully in heaven, not hell. But with Jarek nonetheless. What do you guys think of Jason up to this point? Do you guys think that Jason's still with us? I still have hope. I still have hope that Jason is still on our side and is just playing the part to make sure that he does get close to Ina and helps save Ina. That is my theory. I still think Jason's on our side. Annie blocked us. She's kind of like on her own right now. Also, do you think that the Fonz is at the container port or on the boat at the marina? They said the little group, the little colorful group there, did say that he was on a boat at the port. So, marina or container port? I don't know. I don't know if we should have them split up, Carla and Amber split up or not. I really don't know, but we'll find out in the next video. Hope you guys are enjoying Orphans. If you did, and if you are enjoying this coverage, if you're enjoying my voice acting skills, and if you're enjoying this playthrough, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and join the Tethered. As always, thanks for watching. Love you all, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.